everyone in that anti-eco round, a round that was supposed to be crisp and clean, ends up being anything but.
Yeah, Alexi keeps his troops tight, and that was a lot of rifles for FaZe, so it's not going to be too good of a feeling after that. NAVI have them ripe for a reset, right to break their money in round number 3. The buy comes through. NAVI's aggressive B ramp moves are something FaZe need to keep an eye on the CT side. As Ades said, plenty of data, recent data, plays that can't be changed since that semi-final. FaZe want to set the pace though into the A site.
All right, it's been pretty slow and measured up until now, but FaZe trying to deal an early knockout blow here, running straight through main. NAVI have got the rotates, they're bringing everyone over, but will that be enough to stop the pace out of FaZe? Carrigan dead first, Ema and Wonderful put on a show. JL on that rotate in, and Robson's cut down. NAVI aren't messing around, those guns come out and immediately FaZe feel the full burn of NAVI.
A confident call to arms for NAVI. You see those instant smokes, you don't know whether to doubt them or not. Is that a commitment off the execute? Do we really want to drag every single player over? It's the mind games that we'll be keeping our eyes on in this matchup between these two in-game leaders. But Alexi calls right, and NAVI have just enough inside of the site. Now it's FaZe's chance to dance with pistols.
Oh, Frozen. Not afraid of the big stage as it turns out. That's nearly the double. But he gets out with the first, and that is what really matters to FaZe right now in this low buy round. They open up on the Tech 9 once again. Carrigan battered out of it. Complains to the manager on that one. Alexi with the backstab. And a 3v3 now. Silence, a crossover towards this A site. Alexi still pressuring through middle.
This is a dangerous reset. They could lose the bomb on this mid fight right now. Alexi has no idea, but the Deagle is coming through. Brokey lines up, but he can't connect the shot. He can reset. The help comes through. Frozen saves the day, and he might go for a little bit more. JL with a tap down mid, and suddenly FaZe are favorites no more.
Only Rob's left up in this one. But we've seen many a clutch out of this guy, some on this very map at this very major.
This reset is beautiful. There's no way you're ready for it. He forgot the ball.
JL's got it in the bag. And so JL showing up in full force. Beautiful taps down through middle.
What a shot. Where did this guy come from? We saw him in the playoffs of a major. We saw him with Apex making a bit of a run, falling to the champs. But he was not putting up rounds nor matches like he has been here in the NAVI jersey, playing up to the level, playing up to the stakes and the pressure. His rating exceeding that of ever before. No time like the present for JL to step up. And if you remember in that G2 game, it propelled NAVI forward on a 7-round streak. That one ace he found so early on the CT side. Can that explosive beginning for the Lithuanian do the same here? It certainly has to the money. FaZe have nothing to show for it.
A very well recovered round, considering how it starts as well, with Frozen getting the ball rolling out through mid. Those are very hard rounds to put away versus FaZe Clan. But with the just Glocks here on the FaZe side of things, you're not too worried. Wonderful is posted.
Ერთი. ო, აქვართ. წავიდა, მოკლედ. ესე იგი, პირველად ტარდება მსოფლიო ჩემპიონატი. ანუ CS2 მეჟორი კოპენჰაგენში, სადაც შეიძლებოდა რომ თავისუფლად ყოფილიყავით, მაგრამ სამწუხაროდ არ გვეცალა და თან სიმპლიც არ არის და ამის დედაც. მაგრამ სიმპლის გარეშე მოახერხეს ბიჭებმა და ფინალში არიან NAVI FaZe, ყველაზე მოძულე გუნდის წინააღმდეგ უწევს NAVI-ს თამაში და ანგარიში ხდება 3-2 City-დან არის NAVI და ნახოთ რა იქნება. Oh my god. ძალიან გვინდა რომ ვატიროთ, რა თქმა უნდა. დაალაიქეთ მეგობრებო, სტრიმი აუცილებლად და გამოიწერეთ არხი. ეს მეორე არხი არის, როგორც იცით. აქ სტრიმავ ხოლმე მეჟორზე, დარბაზის ემოციებით.
Frozen's going to try stake his claim to mid again. Was able to do it with the Tech 9, so he's working that early. Wonderful here with the AWP, and he's got support as well. In the meantime, look at this from Carrigan, creeping through at the top of the B ramp.
Nico couldn't do that yesterday. Somehow Carrigan can.
And he's even got the read here, pushing up through the short smoke. Oh my God, Carrigan is making a play. Ema's got no idea. The captain carries the FaZe clan follow him.
Minusori
is
kna.
now so tantalizing. They've spotted that AWP over in Donut. The one man they don't know about yet is AlexiB.
Oh, they know. They've got a feeling in their bones. He's in a cage. If they don't clear this, he can make a slippery play, but FaZe seem more than aware of this possibility. The one part of the map they haven't cleared. And AlexiB doesn't bite, he doesn't budge.
They wanted him to shoot off the flashbang. Brokey will clear it, and well checked there. AlexiB now knowing about. And so getting out is not a certainty for AlexiB. He is pinned in, boxed in, frozen. Should have this one dead to rights because AlexiB eventually has to make a move. He's the one under the pressure to try and save this M4.
He's dead. Oh! Three.
Sami. Nახე, ეს ძალიან ცუდი იყო.
AlexiB
არ მომეწონა.
The slippery bit saves his AK, but FaZe saved the day, and it's all from the man on your screens. Amazing double entry, pushing through 2 smokes in that round.
Oh!
NAVI by surprise.
ძალიან მაინტერესებს რა იქნება, როგორ იქნება.
Good return to form from Carrigan as well. He's had a bit of a rough start to this game, hasn't he? Always been that first man to fall for FaZe.
მე მარჯვნივ ხო არ გადავჭდე?
He makes his play in that round there. And it brings them right back into the fold. The pressure now on NAVI's shoulders.
დავაი, აბა ჩატში დაწერეთ ვინები შემოხვედით.
With these two players in middle.
მოიცა community-შიც გავაზიარებ.
He finds a good timing here, slipping across right as bit as up and moved away. Rain, I mean, this is basically his position. One of the most formidable cave players you've got. The caveman of FaZe clan. Oh, and there's an opener. Swiftly traded and dealt with by Bit, but that's pressure over here towards B, and AlexiB can still hear these footsteps right beside him. He knows they're coming his way. He knows they're looking for him. Rain makes it across. Do they want to challenge here onto AlexiB? Bit seems to think so. He's there to back up his captain, and between the two of them, they will hold his clan over a cave. Frozen's going to throw his hat into the ring.
Wonderful. Oh, შეარასწორო. რას ლაპარაკობ? Wonderful. ძალიან მაგარი მეჟორი რა.
Smart player, listening for the info, listening for the footsteps. He goes hunting for Ema back in the spawn. That's the first on his way to the clutch. A lot more to do for Robson. Not a lot of time done in 20 seconds. He might need both kills here.
Kronos კი როგორ არა. გამოიღეთ.
Stops Robson his tracks.
Fantastic double cave setup there. We're already seeing a lot of fights going on this side of the map, and AlexiB plays it to perfection with Bit, trading off of him. You could feel Rob's cooking, but a smoke down at 30 seconds, too tall a task. And right now, trading rounds are these two teams. Swapping punches, and both coming out bloody and bruised. It's FaZe with an early timeout. Legendary players and coaches on both sides chipping in. Even a former in-game leader for FaZe at one point, brief, was Neo, but now back behind the boys. Right now we're seeing Carrigan just completely counter JL. He's killed him at least twice on this B-site entry. Did not think he would be JL's kryptonite, but someone has to.
Yeah, I mean, really, there's been two standout players throughout this, and that's wonderful. And JL, Ema has had a recovery since he's gotten onto these playoff stages. Right now, the most interesting one to me is Bit leading the way at 8-3.
Yeah.
The last man standing of that old NAVI squad.
They saw FaZe in a final.
And he's got something to prove today.
AlexiB is fearless on this cave side. We often see players go through this smoke with a bit of mid pressure.
აუ ბაზარი არა ეგ მომენტი მეც გამახსენდა იარა და სულ მახსოვს 1-1-0 იყო
Setting up ROPS for an entry now.
Alexi's going to get out of there, and at just the right time as well.
აბა ალექსა რა სიზავს მიიღებს თუ არა აქ მისაღებზე ერთი კალაშა არის
Alexi still floating around, wants to try and end this over in cave. Rain goes first, ROPS the trade. ROPS, can he do it?
კორკი პიჭი
Measure up to Alexi, and so that AK is lost. And with it, the round, it all comes crumbling around FaZe.
აბა რა easy
Go flawlessly.
easy
This is such a confident game from NAVI. Despite the things that FaZe have thrown at them, right? That instant A rush in the first gun round. Carrigan just going through smokes on entries and boxing Alexi in. NAVI looks so unperturbed by the rounds they've lost and just keeps stacking them up. Flawless. That's going to go a long way on this CT economy. FaZe may have bitten off more than they can chew with this cheeky map pick. Remains to be seen. A rebuy now. Got to bring your best move for the table. That's a nice grenade. Yima gets bruised early. Solo mid, supporting util from Bit, who will go back to reinforce. But right now, this B site's needed little assistance. Alexi's lights out.
FaZe NAVI მსოფლიო ჩემპიონატი შემოდით ვისაც გაგისტორდებათ სტრიმი არის უბრალოდ მეორე არხზე ვარ რა და ლინკი იქნება აი აქ
Drops in that second smoke in mid. Eventually FaZe are going to look to come through this. So how long does Ema hang around for? They're looking to come through right now. So Ema just gonna spray and pray. One kill from the man. Brokey caught in the crossfire. Carrigan closing in, but won't get past the double donut setup. Hats off to Bit as he recovers this round. And FaZe Clan, it grinds to a really awkward halt here.
იავა ოპა ნუ სიტიდან კარგად გენა თავარია რომ გააქვავონ სამზე რა აუცილებლად უნდა სამზე გააქვავონ თორე არ ვიცი
With another clean round on the buy. Can you imagine what this
NAVI სიმპლის გარეშე იმენა უმარილო წვადივითა კარგი შედარება არის მაგრამ wonderful-ა ძალიან ხოთზე არის ალექსაც ძალიან ხოთზე არის GL-იც და ანუ რავი აი იმიც და ვაფშე კარგად არიან რა სიმპლი გათავისუფლდა გუნდიდან და უბრალოდ ფორმა რო არ დაკარგოს მე მგონი ანუ რაღაც გუნდში გადავიდა და აღარ მახსოვს რომელი გუნდი არის რა თითქოს არ მახსოვს კაცი რა გუნდია რა
JL inside of the site. Alexi wins his fight over at the cave, but it's Bit run down first. JL and Ema trying to contain this. FaZe move in. They've seen a lot of names. Oh no! Trying to get out of control. Alexi wrestling with the AK. Support from.
ანუ სიმპლმა დაიწყო ტირილი რა.
Deal with the last man. Wonderful misses the backstab.
ერთ-ერთზე. ეს ხელი არ უნდა წავა.
Long way to go for the bomb plant.
რა თქმა უნდა. დაიპლენტება.
So decisive. He's going to go straight for it, fearless, knowing he's got that great timing and that wonderful is a long way away.
ანუ სიმპლმა დაიწყო ტირილი რა, რომ არ შემიძლიაო, რაღაცე. იმდენი ბაგებიაო და რაღაცეები რა.
There's only one place he can be, says Broken.
და სანამ არ გამოსწორდებაო.
But the info, the position
რა ხდება მალე ქენი რა. დავაი დაასმოქი არ გაქვს. რა სადიყურები შეჩება რა. სადიყურები შენ დედას შევეცი რა. ფუ
That's the phase we were here for. That's a phase you paid to see, the clutch factor, the X factor, the star power. He saves it. That was Tech 9s on a B rush. NAVI melted them. But a clutch comes through and FaZe are back to their winning ways.
ორი მოლოტოვი მიდლზე შეჭამა 59 დააკლდა. შესანიშნავი იყო. ერთი მასეთი კიდე გვინდა. მაგრამ რეინმა აიღო. კარიგენსაც მოხდა, ოღონდ პატარა. 11-იანი და ბებერი მელა რა. იასნა ბიჭო. რა თქმა უნდა ნავისკენ. ოპა! აუე პერფეიტი! ოუ, მესამეც უნდა გაგეკეთებინა. და მაგარი იქნებოდა. ბაიონეტ რუბი არის $10,000-იანი. უფ. ნავი ფეიზი. ხო, ბიჭო, რა ვაფშე არ მინდა. აი! თავები გადამალეთ, ჩემიკა. რასაკეთე? კარიგენა, იმენა ბებერი მელა არის. ო, გენაცვალე რა. ო, კარგი ბიჭი! გამოიხეთ თქვენი დედა მოვთხარ. ყლები. აბარა ბიჭო, აბარა ბიჭო, ვიდი ყველაფერი წინა. Wonderful life. კარგი ბიჭი, გენაცვალე, შემოგები. აღარ გასტრიმო ამახსე თუჯი აღარ დამიწახ თორე სახეს აგახევ ნავის მოგებაზე მიდევს $400 what the fuck რამ დაგადებინა მეც კი არ დავდებდი აქ რა ვიცი ტეკებით და დიგლებით შევარდნენ ბიჭო ამათ ხო არ ეწვით აი დედა უტირა რა ხერა რაუნდი აუ რა რაუნდი წააგეს ღმერთო მარტო ვანდეფულა დარჩენილი ოი გაარტყა ხო ნახე ნახე რა არასწორია შეხედე ნახე რა დედა აფეთქებულები არიან ხედავთ ბოროტები არიან მეგობრებო არა გასხოს ნავი ჭორია Some clutch rounds coming through, but NAVI playing to another level right now. Oh, ნახე ნაჩნიკი აქ FaZe-ის ტიპს. აი აქ უნდა ვიჯდეთ ეხა. მაგრამ მაფია უფრო მნიშვნელოვანია. უბრალოდ სიმპლი არ იყო, თორე ეხა ნამდვილად აქ ვიჯდებოდი. იმენა მან ვიჯდებოდი.
Yeah, it would have been so easy to think that those were, one-hit wonder performances, the highest heights that a lot of these individuals had ever reached was there on the stage.
არ ვიცი кейსებისთვის მოვიცლით თუ არა. დაალაიქეთ, სასტავი დაალაიქეთ. დამეხმარება. აბა რამდენი ლაიქი გვაქვს სტრიმზე? ამახს მარტო მეჟორებისთვის ვიყენებთ ხოლმე რა. მაგრამ 26 კაცი ვართ, ხო რაღაცა. თევზებს ვაჭმევ პისტოლ რაუნდების მერე. დავაი, აბა ვნახოთ როგორ გარაშავენ და როგორები არიან. წესით ენშენტი ნავისა რა. ხო და შევიდნენ დაპლენტეს აცალეს. მაგრამ აი ნახე რა საზიზღარი მოდამაჟე არის ბიტი უფრო მაგარია. ვანტა პუშკა ბიტი. ოი, აი მირა გაიქცა, ვერ გაიქცა. მაგრამ ძალიან ცოტაა დარჩენილი ძვირფასო მეგობრებო. წესით ძალიან ცოტაა დარჩენილი და ბროკი რას შვები? რეინ იწვიმე! გამოიღეთ არასწორებო.
Denied at the door. No ID, no entry. And NAVI shut FaZe out of that B bomb.
Best of 3 არის.
And this round gets
ოი. ეს არის CS2-ის პირველი მეჟორი. სოფლიო ჩემპიონატიც ეს არის და ყველაფერი ეს არის, იმიტომ რომ ეს არის top 1 კლასის ტურნირი. შეიძლება ზოგიერთი ეძახის Inter-Extreme Masters სოფლიო ჩემპიონატს, მაგრამ ის ტურნირი ამ ტურნირთან ახლოს ვერც მივა რა, ვერასდროს, იმიტომ რომ თავარი რაც არის CS2-ის პრიზი, ეს არის სტიკერები. კარგი. საჭმლის ჭამა დამოიწყდა. Best of 3 არის ხო?
Should be a 10-5 lead for NAVI when all is said and done, and once again the Finnish tactician moves his pieces to the right place.
No way. Opa, ნახე ბიჭო რა. მენა პოზური ხელი მოხდა ძმა. კარგი ბიჭი. ცოტა მეტი იხმაურე ძმა. დაგიპლენტეს, მე ხა იქიდან მოლოტოვსაც ჩაგიკიდებენ და ჩაკიდული გაკეთდება შენგან. წადი დაასეივე. FaZe-2 ბაიონეტით.
As they concede a 9th round to NAVI. This is going to leave them with very little room down the stretch. It's got to start so strong for FaZe when those rifles.
ვა, რა საინტერესო იქნება ეს მეჟორი რო მოიგოს ნავიმ გამოვშტერდები ძმა. მართლა მაგრად გამოვშტერდები. ანუ აიმენა არაფრიდან არ წერია. ახე რა დარფაზია და ბომბის აფეთქება პირდაპირ ეთერში. არაფერი ეფექტი არ იყო ვაფშე. პარიზში უფრო მაგარი ეფექტი იყო. ეხა არამორთებულა ცეცხლები, ხო?
NAVI must be feeling unstoppable right now. And once again the question is posed to FaZe.
არა, ფინალი მეჟორზე არასდროს არ არის best of 3, best of 5. ეგ არის ხოლმე ბლასტზე და Inter-Extreme Masters-ზე რა. მეჟორზე 3-მდეა ხოლმე, როგორც მე მგონი არასდროს ყოფილა 5-მდე. არ არის ხოლმე 5-მდე რა. იმიტომ რომ ხო, ეგრე არის რა.
In a round that FaZe have absolutely no business winning. They come into this with a shotgun and an MP9, a handful of nades. So the FaZe clan artillery is getting ready, but will NAVI fall for the trap?
აბა ვნახოთ. ბროკის იქიდან დათრეული აქვს ვინჩესტერი დაცვაში. შევიდრე რეიზე. სმოუკი გვინდა აუცილებლად. აჰა, გაიყიდა. მოლოტოვიც ცოტათი მოხდა. ლენტიც არის. ამ ხელსაც სავარაუდოდ წამოიღებენ იზიზე. კარგი გასმოუქება იყო. რესმოუკი მოხდა. აბა დამანახეო რა.
So FaZe have a very tricky task rolled out ahead of them.
შესანიშნავია.
The moment these rifles come out.
შესანიშნავია. 10-5 და სულ რაღაც 3 რაუნდი ალექსამ და აიმმა გააპეს. კარგია, თუმცა ვინჩესტერი და დიგლი მაინც დარჩა იმათ მხარეს. რობზი სხვათა შორის ცუდი ტიპი არ არის. მიყვარს ასე თუ ისე, მაგრამ ეხა კილი არ გვინდა. ბლეიზი გაიკეთე ერთად კილას. ცეცხლი არ წაგიკიდო სողომ. NAVI. FaZe down, NAVI up. ვინ გაიჩიტა? აგის დედავატირე უნდა იარო ესეთ რაღაცეებზე რა. საკუთარი თვითფრინავით უნდა გადაფრინდე, გადმოფრინდე რა. უნდა წახვიდე ხოლმე რა. აუ, ვინ მოვიდა ჩატში ხო არ გადავამჩენ. ვერდო აჰა. დავითარსეთ, ვსო, მორჩა. ბროკი ნახე გააპოს. არა, ცუდი ფეხი მოიტანა, ღმერთო, ბანი ხო არ დავადო ეხლა. თემსკის გამარჯობა. Ach,
Waits with bated breath, fearing a reaction through the cave to try and catch him after that peek through middle. Goes through the motions, falls back into the site to go and help his captain. Molly forces him forward, but Rain is very much in the site now, getting involved.
Ათი-6 გახდება სულ რაღაც. თუმცა ფული არის საკმარისზე ბევრი და იდეაში
Shot from Brokey to open, but there's so many players here ready to react, ready to punish, ready to trade.
კარგია.
Alexi can't take this.
კარგი ბიჭი?
One more.
არა ხო, no problem რა. ბანი დავადოთ, ოთექს. ნავი იგებს უეჭველი ბიჭო, არ ვიცი, ყველაზე ძალიან არ მინდოდა. ყველაზე ძალიან არ მინდოდა, კი არა. რავი, ეს ფინალი საიდან გამოცხვა, ღმერთმა იცის. ანუ, საიდან გავიდნენ ფინალში, ღმერთმა იცის, მართლა რა. სპარკლსი ვნახეთ წეღა, ძალიან სასიამოვნო იყო. თქვენი გაცნობა. აუ სპარკლს რო ნახავთ, აქ შუაში არის ესკორტი რა, ესე არის დაყოფილი. მაღლა არის ისინი რა ქვია, ბალკონები. და იქ შუაში ძირითადად ხედან მიწვეული ტიპები რა, დაბლა, ანუ სცენის წინ.
There is something to be said, especially after a pretty dismal look in the elimination stage out of Ema. That confidence that he finds in himself on stage is that.
$400 მომივიდა იმზე. 10-6. ნახოთ რა იქნება. როგორ დაიკავებენ. აი, კარგი ტრეიდი. გამოძვრა ტრეიდი. კარგი რა, აი! ო! Wonderful, აი, მაგრამ ძალიან low არის. ყოჩავა რა. ეხა რეინი გავა და გაასხმევინებს. FaZe ბიჭობა. თემსკი. დღეს თუ FaZe-მა წააგო და ნავი გახდა ჩემპიონი, ძალიან შემიყვარდები რა. აი აქამდე ვერ მიტან.
Flash coming over, but Rain is ahead of it. Oh, I can't respond. Bit. Now has that bomb back under control. Rops, will he get there in time? But all this distraction down towards ramp has at least got this orb set up in the right place at the right time. Will they go hunting for Rops? Will they go looking for the man in middle? Do they grab this bomb and move into B? Flashes over into the B site. Rops is about to confirm that the path forward is through mid, dropping down.
Oh my God!
With the burst. It's just Ema now, and in comes that AWP. Beautifully done from FaZe.
Oh, ratsudია, bicho.
They're able to withstand these blows.
რა კოშმარია, ღმერთო, არა. ხო, არ ქნა.
It doesn't matter how many times you knock down.
ჭირდება ეს ხელი.
Still find a way to get back up after.
კარგი, მოიცა.
Never out cold. Always good for a comeback, and I hope they give us that today. At least make this game competitive.
აკვარიუმი ცოტა მისახედი მაქვს.
Starting to get loud now. And starting to get easier. FaZe have broken that brittle economy of NAVI. FaZe are able to win these rounds.
G2G!
That's not going to do them any favors. A missed Molotov for that B site. A smoke in the face. NAVI go through.
Straight through, straight into Carrigan.
Ay, vea mococa. Oh, gocha. Wow, plenty gastoribda.
NAVI, they can at least get this bomb planted, but can they do anything more? Frozen doesn't seem to think so. They have no chance when this.
Plenty gastor.
And hell is Frozen over.
Ai, nu platao, sheni dedas shevetsi shensas. Nu platao, bicho.
How is Carrigan some of the most
ეკო მოიგე შეყლეოშე.
both the captains have?
ფურა ყლეა, ეკო ძლივ დახოცა და დაუპლენტეს საიტზე და ბლატაოს.
That's not Kargan never lets it get to that.
Კაი ხელი იყო ნავისთვის. უფრო მეცაც გეტყვით შესანიშნავად. აჰა, სუქანზე შეურაცხყოფა არ შეიძლება. ისეც ბევრი ცოდვა აქვს.
But the ground might have frozen over.
This time FaZe are trying to fight for middle. And NAVI are willing to meet them there. Two players out on an island here in mid. It's Frozen and Robs. Making this play through the front. Rain even in case.
Idli daikawa FaZe-მა.
Kargan waiting with a smoke pulled, ready to block and deny that presence up towards B. But AlexiB, oh hello, sneaks on through the cave smoke. Bypasses the two players in there.
Pichu, ვერ გავია ის ტიპი სად არის? იქით ამხრიდან დგას.
Positions as safe as he physically can in this very dangerous position.
ძალიან სახიფათო პოზიცია, მართლა, გეთახმები. დიქტორ გეთახმები.
Double cave ramps open. We leave Kargan to hold the window.
Double cave! აქ ეხა საშინელება ატყდება.
Walk into the jaws of FaZe.
Crossfire set up. AlexiB hasn't cleared deep enough. AlexiB didn't clear it. And so Frozen gets out scot-free. Can he fight? Oh! Frozen is awake now! Quick double kill, but he's still got more to do. His job not done yet in this round. JL cancelled as Frozen finds him, and now it's just Pit.
What the fuck?
To this B site to concede.
Წადი დაასეირე, ჩემი კარგი, გაიქეც. გაიქეც, ჩემი კარგი. One round game!
NAVI cannot get ahead of
Qaldet simpla მართლა. მარა სიმპლას გარეშე უფრო მაგრები არიან. ბოლოს სიმპლა რო იყო ნავიში. Noli იყო ნავი.
Frozen looks so good in that FaZe jersey. Look at this, reuniting core, that old Mouse squad. Kargan moved to greener pastures. He pulled Rops up, and Frozen waited 2 years in Mouse to get his chance, and he is not
Frozen მაგარი.
Back to back.
ბიჭო, რუსი არის თუ დანიელი არის? რა დროშა იყო? რა დროშა მოგცა მიშამა? ჰა? Frozen სადაური არის, დამიწერეთ ვინმე, ბაბა. აურა ჰოულია. კორკი ბიჭი, ბიტ. First kill found. ეს ძალიან ცუდი იყო. კარიგინა იმინა ბიბერი მელა სასიზღარი. ეზიზღე. ნახე. აბოსლოი, სანარატო იერო. შეგენაცვალე. ალექსა ცოცხალია, მაგრამ მოკლა Frozen-მა იმინა რა. გენაცვალე. ერთი წუთია დრო. Bomba აიღეს და წავიდნენ. 2-1-ზე. ის გადავიდა და ისინი აქ მიდიან. აი ის აქ დიგლი აქ მარტო. ახე რა მაგარი სენსი აქ ბიჭო.
But soon the plant presents itself, and Robs is a long way away. He's got to give this a go.
Might have dodged that first contact.
აი განა ერთად იქნებიან რა. აი განა ერთად იქნებიან ეს. შეგეცი გივილში. Oh shit! Total. No, we. Zgapris bolo, Ketilia, Shentuis geri, Nura pris nu geshinia.
On the precipice, 2 rounds away. A break in the action for the black and yellow.
ნავი თუ წაგო 0-0. აი, ბიჭო, ვაფშე არ დავდებდი არაფერს, იმიტომ რომ ფინალში გასულაც კი იმხელა მოულოდნელობა იყო ამ სეზონზე. ახალი გუნდია ჩათვალეთ. გასმოუკვდა. ეს რა არის? Wildfire-ი უჭირავს, კარგი მოლოტოვი, ბიჭებო. დაიხიეს უკან. ერთი მიეცი გრენეიდი. აი მიმოკვდება ეხლა. თუმცა -2 გაკეთდა იქ. 4-3-ზე არიან და ჩვენ გჭირდება აუცილებლად. ვაიმე იქ. იქ შეტეკება არის. გადავრჩით. კარიგენმა გააპო მაინც. ჩაკრო.
They're slipping by now. Wonderful closing in for the kill. And Carrigan gives him a wiggle, gives him a jiggle, gives him maybe yet another round. Can Brokey save the day?
შემოგევლეთ ბიჭებო, match point-ი ვიწამოიღო. პირველი მაპი გვინდა, თან ეშენტი ჩვენი მაპია. აუცილებლად გუშინ ალექსა მილაპარაკა ძმაო, ჩემთან კოლში იყო შემოსული Skype-ში და მაგრა დავამუშავეთო რა. სამივე timeout-ი უკვე გამოიყენა FaZe-მა. უკვე აეწვა 9-12 ძალიან ცუდია. აი ეს მოგდის წეგანი ეკო რო გააპე, აი. ეს ხო მოგდის. წეგანი ეკო რო გააპე და ბლატაობდი. როგორ მომწონს ეს კალაშა. ნახე. აბა რა ბიჭო. დაალაიქეთ ბიჭო სტრიმი და გამოიწერეთ ეს არხი. თუ გააზიარებთ თლა უკეთესი.
FaZe have got next to nothing. So much is weighted on this first fight, and even mid has been his territory. But this time the nades will get the better of him.
It's a huge upgrade. They need that
huge upgrade.
That's how FaZe have been looking to counter Ema's plays out through mid all game long, and so finally they get that reward. They go a man up on the back of the util down in middle.
Very risky play to make.
Is that the olive branch? Is that the lifeline for FaZe Clan that they so desperately needed? Can they convert a low econ round but a man up?
This is nice because FaZe shouldn't have double or triple players here, but it does mean the rifle is in position to win the round.
თუ სწორად მახსოვს Imperial Esports-ში გადავიდა პროსტა იმიტომ რომ ფორმა არ დაეკარგა და რაღაც ტურნირზე მიიღო მონაწილეობა რომელიც ჩატარდა მეჟორამდე. გუნდში გადავიდა რომელიც მეჟორზე არ გამოდიოდა. ანუ დიდი ალბათობით დაბრუნდება ნავიში. მაგრამ თავის დროზე რო წავიდა თქვა რომ რიფლერადაც მინდა განვიხილო, დავპლანო რიფლერობაო. თქ პისტოლ რაუნდი ქონიათ თურმე. ეს შენი დედო მოთხარ. ფუ შემიტი.
Can he cook something up here?
1v2.
Why be low-webby arena?
Can he get it and get out? 20 seconds for JL to make his decision, to make his
Ora, bicho, დაპლენტე.
A step ahead, he doubts it.
ხო გააკ ბომბა. ვერ გავიდი, ხო გააკ ბომბა. კი.
That might cost FaZe everything. JL's going to get in here. He's got to plant for free. Now FaZe are left low on both players. This fight.
Abara, mapi modis.
Could be the move that cost FaZe $500,000. Just JL left in this one, and it's Rain.
Mapi modis.
8 years on this roster.
Mapi modis.
Time to deliver. But the lion heart, the mad lion of JL, lies in wait. And he is not giving them anything. All the pressure is on Rain.
Mind game. Გამოიხედ! მაპუინერი!
To rumble in the jungle, and Carrigan may pay that price.
გამოუშვით პირველი მაპი პაპასთან სტრიმზე გელოდებით. CS2-ის პირველი მეიჟორი NAVI FaZe პირველი მაპი მოიგო. ერთიც და მეჟორი ჩვენია. Simplis გარეშე. ლინკი აქ არის. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, can't. I can't do it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Rasa, FaZe T-side თუ იყო მით უმეტეს, მაგრამ გუში ხო გითხარით, Skype-ში დამირეკამეთ კი იმან, რა ქვია. AlexiB რა. შესანიშნავია. ბიჭო! ხუთწუთში დაიწყება ეხა რა. მე ამას გავთიშაო. ხმასაც გავთიშაო და მოვალ 2 წუთში. და უნდა გადავწყვეტეს ეხა ყველაფერი რა. ამ მაპშივე, მირაჟზევე.
Level up your gaming space with metal posters from Displates. Hang your displates in seconds. Swap them whenever you like. Get official art from your favorite games on a uniquely designed metal canvas and choose from thousands of posters. Join over 3 million collectors now. Your wall upgrade is here. Shop now at displate.com.
We are proud to announce new additions to the XL series. Both are using fast TN panels and newly upgraded Diac2 technology. Fast TN panel with its faster native response time can reveal enemy outlines quicker during flashbang attacks. For IPS panel, more overdrive is required to enhance response speed, leading to dynamic image blurring due to the panel's inability to handle the load. These new monitors integrate new dynamic accuracy technology, Diac2. The upgraded dual backlight design not only provides FPS players with clearer visuals at dynamic aiming and spray control, but are also more friendly to your eyes. Moreover, built in the monitor panel, Diac2 functions independently and doesn't require any sync with PCs, ensuring no impact on game performance. XL setting to share now has auto game mode feature. Besides download, save, share your settings, it will auto apply different color settings based on your usage scenarios. Outlook of the latest monitors are refreshed. It has incorporated industrial-grade bearings into the height adjustment mechanism, allowing easier and smoother adjustment to the exact desired height. The new monitor series continue to evolve, refining details to ensure players can perform their best consistently in games. This is a brief introduction of the new XL monitor. Feel free to DM us if you have any questions.
Yeah, what's popular, it's loud. And this is ASON's commercial. But ASON spent all the money to make the headphones good, and they got no money left for the commercial. So I'm gonna need you to head to ASON.io, ACEZONE, yo. Code PGL, 50 euros off. We got some headphones. It's now or never.
პირველი მაპი ძალიან კარგი იყო. სერიული კაცი. ბაჭო. Hello. Sorry, bacho. Sorry, bacho, მაგრამ this is true. აბა ვნახოთ რა ხდება.
Can overcook it a little bit. I think that's really literally what happened. We preface it saying, and we had the same criticism of G2 yesterday. Why didn't you play Nuke? It's your best map. It's a map you're feeling comfortable on. Same thing can be said here for the side of FaZe. I think they're the best Nuke team right now in the world, and that is a map they should 100% be comfortable beating NAVI on, despite the fact that NAVI have a pretty decent Nuke as well. The fact is they go into Ancient, they have an okay game plan here and there, but then some of the individuals don't show up. But I want to take nothing away from NAVI. The individuals that we're pointing at, people like Imma, people like Jail. Guess who's at the bottom of the server, Rich?
Scarigans, Magari,
I like that you mentioned NAVI because this is my angle on the video. This is my surprise. Not just really how FaZe plays on different maps, but just what NAVI showed us on Ancient against G2. From one day to the other, you're going to give them a map on which they already have certainties. They figured out a couple of protocols. And look, the
simply
but I think we have to start by talking about what didn't happen for FaZe. You're going to be on your T-side, and there's two things that you really profoundly need. You need entries from Rain, and you need closes from Robs. Neither. None of these pieces came together. It was only about a couple of execute, change of paces that worked out. But in the depth of the game, they were behind. NAVI was better.
Yeah, 100%. I'm a little bit disappointed in the performance from FaZe Clan on Ancient on their T-side to begin with. Kerrigan had a round where he ran up B ramp, got a double entry. That's a round win. You have 2 rounds where you win with the tech.
არასებობს არაფერი Team 0 ფული იხადო და უფრო დაცული იყოს.
We spoke about coming into it. One of the biggest strengths
Team guard უნდა დააყენო.
Default on pretty much every single map on their T-side. How they're able to take map control the game and then have a finish and
ხო, რევანში იქნება, არ ვიცი, ალბათ.
If AlexiB is thinking FaZe is playing picture perfect Counter-Strike, he's wrong, and they were here on Ancient. And that's my issue.
გაეთიშა
You
რა.
know what they can deliver on Nuke. I'm a little bit more hesitant to say what they can deliver on Ancient, and we saw it right here. The T-side was lacking.
I mean, again, the mid-round is not up to par for the FaZe standards. I think if they lose the gamble early on in the half or the round, then they just lose the rounds. A couple times they wanted to test mid, something we wanted to see. Boom, you face Ime, you face Bit. That's a connection that we have to touch on as well. 2 names that we put a whole lot of scrutiny ahead of this grand final. But the tandem towards mid was working really well. And I don't know if it's a communication or if it's just a hype, but they were meshing together. Bit sometimes left his position to come help Ime just to make sure FaZe couldn't play mid. So
ნუ რავი დატოვა რა. სანამ CS2 ბაგები ექნებაო. არ ითამაშოთ ვაფშე counter-იო რა.
Trying to put their teeth into mid. A little bit of success here. He gets
ცოტა ტირილი
look
იყო
at the
რა.
cover that's coming in right here. That movement from the second CT. You have to sound a check, bait here, Bit strikes it with a double kill, and that's what synchrony is for a defense. It's the ability to leave your position, come be that second line of defense, and FaZe is completely checkmate. Mentally speaking, huge round for NAVI.
And it's so impressive even more if you think about it, the fact that we're talking about the communication for this team with a couple of players having never really played in an international lineup. So it really goes to show how much they've grown as a team. I want to highlight the rounds that FaZe have won over here, right? Fine, you win the pistol rounds right there. Apart from that, a lot of the rounds are predicated on Kerrigan just walking up a ramp to the smoke, catching Jail off guard. A couple of times we saw that Brokey clutch in a 1v1 just running towards A bomb set. The scrappy rounds they were struggling to find to get on the T side. So considering you picked this, looking to punish NAVI CT side, which you saw yesterday against G2, I didn't really see much of a game.
I also just want to contextualize that. As you said, you win pistol, you convert, you win a couple of force buys, you win Kerrigan 1 round where he walks up B ramp. T-side Ancient, we label it as a T-sided map, right? It's a map where you get to control the pace, where you can make it super difficult for the CT side. Obviously, we have a lot of new viewers, watching right now. And normally back in the days when it first came out, it was a CT-sided map. No more. A T-side where you only get 5 rounds after winning and converting pistol, and you even win a couple of force buys as well. It was a lackluster and a horrible T-side for Kerrigan. We praised him so much throughout the tournament for playing good T-sides, for calling great. This was not one of them.
No, it wasn't. And also concerns about Rups. I mean, I think you said it perfectly. What you need is Rain to go and do the entry kills. And if that isn't happening, then okay, we've got Rups as the closer. And honestly, Rups is another one of those big names. hasn't been really in this major, not to the high standards that you associate with this guy.
I agree with you. I think he's been living on the remnants of the first few months of CS2, where he was such a trendsetter and he was at the top of everybody's list. But since then, it's been very moderate when it comes to Robs. And in this game, I will agree once again, there are moments in his role where you are supposed to offer solutions. You have 1v1s to take that reopen a round that maybe does not look like it's in the best of a shape.
იქნება განხილვა, კი.
You're supposed to identify the moment to strike and you're supposed to
პირველი 3 ეპიზოდის განხილვა.
We almost never saw a mid-round
based
off of his info, based off of his move, and that in itself is a failure to accomplish this bad map from Rob.
აი სიმპლი დაინახეთ.
Just watching that game, you're looking at maybe Rain having
ჭიქებია.
a kill over the character, getting a couple of kills, Brokey with a clutch here and there, Frozen getting multi-kills. Rob just, you didn't barely saw him on that map right there. And I feel like this seems to have coincided with Frozen joining the team, right? Once he joined on in. Initially, the first couple of months, first 3 months of CS2, Robs was the brainiac of the game, the best rifler right there. Karrigan was praising him. But ever since Frozen came in, maybe he's taking a step back. Maybe he's trying to, work around Frozen to set him up, because Frozen has been fantastic, absolutely. But at some point, they need to find a solution to get Robs back to what he was, or rather he needs to, because we know what a beast he can be.
I think using Frozen as a cop-out is just easy. I think Rob still has the roles he's got to perform. I don't think that's the main reason. And if you want to make a contrast, talk about Ime for a second.
Yeah.
He was the one finding a few of these 1v1s. Right? It's very important. When you play these roles, it's not just about having 25 frags at the end. It's about finding the moments where you 1v1 is yours and you take that risk. Ime did it. He didn't have incredible numbers. No. But whenever Navi was applying Ime was sliding in towards middle and he was sort of isolating the 1v1 either in cubby or making sure that there's a little bit of space being taken, and that is something AlexiB works with. So that is a contrast in and of itself. The player that was the most disappointing of the entire event so far actually did what Robs was supposed to do, and he did it better.
And especially considering we talk about Ima and his struggles on the CT side and whatnot, but on the T side, what we've noticed here is T side so far in the playoffs has been substantially better than Robs has been.
Which we said, I mean, remember
when he was
in Paris, all his best games were coming in the high pressure situations on the stage. So it's like, I don't know what happened prior to that to make the Ime coming in be so poor and then so poor again in the group stage. But look, if he can get things done here, then that's amazing. And this is the attitude you have to have when times are hard.
But here's
we win the major and I'm last on the scoreboard, no one cares.
But
he's right.
Here's the thing though, no, I disagree. You know why I disagree?
29 გრადუსი მაქვს აკვარიუმში და
he's actually delivering in the same. Look at his roles he has on his teams. If he continues to team up play the bottom of the barrel with a 0.8 rating, I doubt Navi would even be here. And maybe the fact is he stepped up, that's why they're one step away.
And maybe that's part of the reason. Matthew just had a great round where we showed this synergy between Bit and Ima. Is not a player that is being set up to frag. Yes, I know that he on paper is playing in some of the positions where you'd like him to be.
Wonderful არის და ძალიან კარგია.
Third worst rated player coming into the playoff is not good enough from Ima, but it's not like Navi are spending a lot of time making him feel comfortable. They're spending a lot of time making everyone feel comfortable. They're spending a lot of time making the defense a good synergy in between each other. This is not a team that caters to the star players. This is not a team that is utilizing every single flash, every piece of utility to set Wonderful up or to set Ima up. This is a team with a big T, so as much as I want to put critique on towards Ima, which is definitely justified, he's not delivering as he's supposed to. He's not going to be the Ima from Gamer Legion, not within this iteration of Navi.
I mean, we're not going to criticize him now. We're going to hype him up. That's what we're doing, right? That's what we're doing in this grand final. I think what's crazy is that some of the things that we thought was going to happen to FaZe happened to Navi. Hey, look at your entry fragger, Bit, incredible performance. He delivers massively. Your leader, we spent so long explaining how Karrigan steps up in big games and he's going to deliver above his own expectations. It's AlexiB who's actual multi-kill machine in Cave. He stops, he shuts the door in their faces a couple of times. So some of these win conditions just materialized for Navi. And on top of that, we know that they have the playbook. We know they have the structure. Man, look at the ADR that Bit just dropped.
I know.
So what I said, he's a shadow of himself. 98 ADR, first map of the grand final.
It is especially so impressive that, we're talking about the pressure. We preface this entire matchup saying when the pressure's really on, that's when the newbies, as I like to call it, they're going to struggle a little bit. They've been on the major stage in the past.
Talk about this major winner right there.
But that's
არღის რა. ეკიჯების ყიდვა არღის მოხში. არ გირჩევთ, არც ინვესტიციის გამო და მით უმეტეს გასახსნელად არ გირჩევთ ვაფშე.
Impossible is materialized in front of us.
And let's just quantify that outlier, because AlexiB has been the worst rated player throughout the entire tournament. We praised him for his T-side calling, for the way he set up Navi. Individually, he has had some rounds and some games where he hasn't shown up at all. Now coming into the final, map number 1, faces surprise pick on Ancient. He's the top fragger. We praised Karrigan from the bottom of the roof, you know, inside the entire arena for when he had a good map. We should definitely do the same for AlexiB. That was a wonderful performance. It was a wonderful calling coming out of AlexiB, and individually he was also a big factor on the server as to why they won. You have that duel between Kerrigan and AlexiB inside this arena right now. 1-0 for AlexiB with a big fat one.
Absolutely, and in key positions, right? Cave, and now we can make the transition to Mirage as well. It's going to be a different horizon for AlexiB because you're playing that B side.
ასეთი პიჯდა მთელი თამაში უნდა დაელია ეგ.
How strong mentally you are.
ჭიქა და უცებ გამოაცლევინეს.
As well, but the game is very not pacey for you. So this first map is exactly what AlexiB needed in order to be completely in flow state, knowing exactly what's happening.
He's
individually fine, but he's going to rely on a good net of communication. The relay of information from his teammates on Mirage is going to be key because he's a little bit isolated.
The issue we've got here is, you know, Mirage obviously NAVI's pick. There's a world where they can just blow FaZe out of the water on this map, particularly as we know Orpas can go big here. Wonderful, quiet on Ancient.
You ready with that thought? You ready with that thought? NAVI winning 2-0?
Yeah,
are we getting there?
Nobody would have called it, but we're on the precipice. I really think Mirage is such a good map for these guys.
რა მაგარი სკამებია ძმაო, მართლა საუკეთესო სკამებია. აი ეს სკამები არის საუკეთესო სკამები რა. Вообще რაც კი არსებობს თემსოფლიოში. ჩემი სკამი კი
recently on this map. They dispatch a spirit for the best teams on this very map.
Просто 3200 ლარი თუ 400 ლარი დამიჯდა. სკამში ვიცი 3400 ლარი.
And they were playing disruptive, aggressive CT side Counter-Strike. That is the antithesis of what NAVI like to do on their T-side. This is a different map altogether. We were complaining, we were bitching about FaZe's T-side on the side of Ancient, justifiably so. CT side, whole different ballgame.
Kerrigan and FaZe Clan, they know what's coming for you. We've seen NAVI play Mirage a lot throughout this tournament, especially on that T-side. One thing AlexiB loves to do is throw in a couple of A executes from out of spawn. And he does it with a high quality. The utility, so you look at your players who's playing static on that defense. Within then I don't think Navi's T-side on Mirage is that fearful. They like to go for A executes, they like to go for mid control, they like to default as Kerrigan, you know what's coming for you. Question is the quality of the way Navi is playing so good that even though you know what's coming for you, it's still gonna surround, it's still gonna be too much for FaZe to handle, or is it gonna be one of those scenarios where you're looking towards your big stage player in rain to shut that
two players you got to watch for in this
Virtus Pros სტიკერები მქონდა, აუთსაიდერების სტიკერები მაქვს. გლიტერები დაახლოებით 200 ცალი და არც ვიცი გაძვირდა თუ არა. წეს თუნა გაძვირებული იყო და გაძვირდება შეიძლება.
Quick final thoughts from you?
Yeah, listen, the same realization that I'm having right now, I wonder how the players are going to deal with it. Because if you are in the NAVI jersey, all of the efforts you have to put in is to be able to deal with the idea.
ეს ტიპები რა, აი ეს ტიპიც და ეს ტიპიც უნახე Paris.
This thought comes at a heavy price sometimes. Do you think they're equipped to deal with it?
Yeah, listen, I'm going to say this. Sometimes destiny, it isn't all it's cracked up to be. And Kerrigan, if he's been thinking it was going to happen just because it looked like it was, there's an old saying where I'm from, if you want to make God laugh, you tell him your plans. We're going to get over to Harry and Hugo now.
ანუ ბიჭო ძვირი არის, მაგრამ ჩვეულებრივ სკამებს რო ვყიდულობდი, ანუ 6 თვეში მიფუჭდებოდა რა. 700 ლარად, 1000 ლარად რო ვყიდულობდი სკამს, მიფუჭდებოდა მართლა რა. მე თან ხა პატარა არ ვარ თან, დიდი ვარ რა და დაეტირო. ამას ძმაო, რავი, ძვრა ვერ უყავ. იწყება 3 2 1 Come on, წავიდა. ცოტა ჩავპატარავდეთ.
Kerrigan had to know that this one was coming. He had to know that Mirage was going to be coming through the pipeline here. And sometimes this FaZe squad does the best work from behind. A map down in this series, they've got an eye on impossible task. One that they will take to. NAVI, T-side opener, and a chance for them to set the pace in what could be the defining moment of this first CS2 Major.
First CS2 Major, the Mirage, Anders chopping test.
Straight up top mid with a vengeance. Donk-esque, but denied. Robs gets pushed all the way back to the safety of the side. How safe is it really? Smokes go over, it's a farce. The bomb is a long way out. If NAVI are going to commit, they have to bring it all the way back through spawn. These smokes will be long gone by that point. Bit double fake back to B. Can he draw them out of position? Wonderful needs this entry right now. It's not getting given. Shot comes in from Frozen, finding Bit. Now the bomb's out ramp, and now the kills come through for NAVI.
Oh, Robs. Awkward misses to open. Now they know about him. Trapped in at the stairs, and JL will secure that. Plant found for NAVI. They're trying to pull this one back. 2v4 when it opens. Can JL and Alexi cook something up for NAVI?
აბა ნახოთ 2-3-ზე რითეიქი თუ იქნება ბროკი ფაქტიურად წითელია და 25-ია აქ თუ რამდენია აქ 24 ნუ კარი აი ეს ძალიან მნიშვნელოვანია
now as JL drops another man. Alexi never even giving them the fight from ramp. Smoke on the bomb. Carrigan dead and Frozen's gonna fly solo. Knives are out. Knives are pulled and Frozen.
It
matters not.
პირველი მაპი NAVI მოიგო.
Explosive beginning
და
already AlexiB up to his tricks.
მიდი
A hit into B fake back to the former site. They're going to keep FaZe guessing in this game.
მოიწყენთ ამგამ თქვენ.
And as the Des feared, there is a world, there is a way that NAVI could just roll over FaZe in this final map. A FaZe that had seemingly done everything, seemingly set themselves up for another major. Slaying the dragon in the quarterfinal, removing the reigning champs of Vitality in that semi. But the final boss, unexpected, but up for the task. It's NAVI.
I'll put everything into this round. Finally, a nice long stretch for FaZe to play with. Don't have NAVI breathing down their necks just yet, so this is their chance to get involved early. M4 put in the capable hands of Robs.
NAVI მოიგო და მშვენიერდა, კი ბატონო.
Aggression through the palace gives FaZe Clan a lot of information to work with. For NAVI, instead they've honed in on middle. Smoke in their way, that's going to waste precious time. Over at ramp, JL getting pressured.
Oh, gotta go quick.
თავარი ახლა JL-ი არ მოკვდეს. თავარია არ მოკვდეს.
Still being given absolutely nothing. NAVI know that FaZe are playing to the extremities right now, and JL just doesn't want to risk it. Reset. Leave this lurk, they're going to come find it, come fight it. Ema won't last long, and now FaZe are arming themselves. They're finding more and more space. Another kill off the pistol. And NAVI just back to this B site, desperate times. They won't get in.
Brokey even in with the backstab, and it's a flawless pistol round.
Au, pistolების ის არის რა. მამა. ეხა ამათ ქონდა თეკო. ეკორა ფორსი. არა მაინც. სახეზე აკატია FaZe.
You didn't want to start off at a big deficit on the back foot straight away as they're put down.
რაც გაიჭედნენ, ხო?
They reap the reward, they find success. And that means a lot to FaZe right now. They need to keep themselves in this more than ever, and that's what the captain is trying to do right there. Get this crowd back on his side.
He needs it. He needs all the help he can get right now. These stars of NAVI shining at the same time in the most important game of their careers. There's never going to be a better opportunity for NAVI to take a 2-0 over FaZe. We go to Inferno. Questions again are raised. Can NAVI put it to bed early? Finding a force back here feels inevitable, or impossible rather. FaZe armed and ready. Nice swing for Robs. Frozen dealing with top mid, but he won't last.
Lovely dig to open, but they don't take it any further than that. Window locked down by Brokey. And so this return to the force for NAVI does not net them the results. It's just AlexiB.
He wants to give them nothing. No grenades. You kill me. All you get is the score. Have your headshot. NAVI will be back. Oh.
He shouldn't be ready for Robson with the backstab. Shouldn't be
Oh,
ready
now
for
he's
this man
picky.
coming in to take it all away. Broky even poking from top mid, trying to challenge him, and Broky just chases the kill down.
I mean, this is a FaZe that beat Spirit on this map. We thought that no one was going to do that. We thought that was impossible. They did it on a stage. They did it with all the pressure of that Katowice final going the other way. FaZe had a great CT side on that second half. Never let Spirit get started. So can they stop NAVI before it even begins? That force buy may have made it so. T-side as we wait rifles.
Ay. Eko var, ho?
See Alexi taking a bit of time to start talking over that next round. That's the important one. Goal here for NAVI. Anything resembling a bomb plant would be fantastic if they can somehow break through, but not going to be easy, not with Rain in position and ready to shut this down. Rob's even, right place, right time over the stairs as they both get involved. This A site is locked down. And so the Glocks don't get in for NAVI.
And this has been one of the problems with NAVI on this map, even on these mid-lurks, not necessarily been finding the best timings in this tournament, having trouble finding impact.
Oh, ერთ-ერთი ვერა, თან ვერც დაიპლენტა.
In this map, if NAVI are going to get a good T-side rolling. Nothing there and
Oh, იღაც გოგოს აჩვენებდნენ და უცებ. It's about KCD.
Yeah, the question around NAVI is, can they keep it together across this
Agradros
second map?
ელექტრონიკია და
Don't have to look much further than their opposition on the other side. They know what it means to be close to achieving greatness. And they also know the heartbreak of falling short when you're in
ელიკა cloud-ში არის მე მგონი, ხო?
NAVI, the pressure never goes away. It never stops.
რა play დავდე?
They have their fans in the arena.
ბიჭო, რავი, არ ვიცი, რა გითხრა, არ ვიცი.
The FaZe cheers. Carrigan waits. He lets them in.
Full blind as he gets his first kill. Might need more of the Carrigan, but he keeps on giving. Oh, even the dink. Carrigan's on a tear. And even though they flush him out,
კიდე კაი
the
მოკვდა,
leader of FaZe
მართლა.
has done his part. He has done enough.
რეალურად. და მოიცა, ანუ full buy-ზე ბიგარა შესტიპენდა. რაც შემიძლია ამდენი აბა ეხა რეინი რას იზავს ალექსასთან ფამასი MP9 აიდე
looking for a clean Rain cleans all.
Oh, no vision needed. These are very clean rounds for
Rara sorya, bicho.
Their map pick, the reason why they've had a streak, they've got some legit wins here. But this is still up against a FaZe without a fight. Alexi buys a scout into the eco.
All right then. Let's see what AlexiB's got up his sleeve, shall we? Scout in mid, but that shot past them. So that was the chance to get involved early. Bit of a classic here from Carrigan, as he's pulled out the AUG.
One of his more comfortable guns and perfect position to use it in that new van boost. He's got a nice angle.
მეორე
know this is coming. They just clear middle instead, letting the Deagles lead.
Alexi's going to take first contact, but another shot misses from that scout. Nade even finding more damage. Rob's just toying with him in middle, trying to bait him into the pistols is Alexi. But Robs will not take that bait. He knows better. Gets out of the danger zone, but that does leave the catwalk open, and NAVI sight set on this B split. The pressure is going to be on Frozen and on Carrigan. Frozen open, spots them over it short, a kill from Carrigan, but that's the end of the line. It's Frozen and Rain who hold on. And as Alexi moves in, over the bodies of his teammates, this 1v4 is not happening.
რა თქინდა, ბიჭო, მიეცი wonderful-ას ex-scout-ი.
Will not give NAVI an inch of ground on this second map.
Alexa scout-ით რო იჭიტება, მაგარი კაცია.
Orbs out as well. About time. Wonderful slow to start in that previous map, but wasn't really a requirement for Na'Vi. Now they need him. They need these opening kills. FaZe have shown a couple of aggressive mids, mid takes, Frozen and Rops at the front of it. Gonna go back for more boost up. Nice movement from Frozen, gets him straight into the ladder room. Brokey posts as well. The JL highlighted on the desk is the guy to watch out for in this Palace position. Brokey knows, he awaits. JL just misshoots, I think. Yeah, bullet missing. He's gonna peek him close.
Can
Brokey hit this in time?
It's a very strong trying to play the close angle of the AWP. Meanwhile, his teammates are taking middle. Brokey waits all round. Oh no! And comes up short. JL deals with him over in Palace, and so now the gaps start to show. Bit with a kill through the window. Frozen at least brings it back. Rain prepares himself for the lengthy defense of this A site. Tucked into a corner.
Whoa, wonderful!
On the short side, it's got to be Rain.
Rain
moves in to help him. Rain puts up the first, but they're deeper than he's ready for. The backstab's right here. Oh no! Carrigan's bailed him out, and this one still has legs on it. As FaZe respond, it's just JL starts his round over in Palace, looking for the crown. But the Kings of the Royal Arena are right here,
and they rule with an iron fist. A stellar defense for FaZe to start this game. And that's what the people want right now.
ბიჭო, ჩემი აზრით საუკეთესო ის იყო მეჟორი რომ მოიგეს. FaZe-მა რომ მოიგო მეჟორი.
And they don't roll over.
მაგაზე მაგარი ემოციები არ მქონია.
That's your veterans not crumbling under the pressure. Rain over 8 years in this very roster. And Carrigan, with more time spent playing professionally than players like Donk have been alive.
They're out mid, the timing's awkward, they're double under Frozen, provides cover. Both kills off the spray. Very well recovered. And Na'Vi, nothing to show for yet another eco that will go by the wayside. Couple of pistols that could, but probably won't.
And if you're Na'Vi, you're wondering, how has it started like this? Moments ago, you were riding the high of stealing away in the series. You felt like this grand final was as good as yours. But you've got nothing to show for these first 8 rounds played on Mirage.
It's going to get worse before it gets better. Rops awaits inside of the connector, impatient, bloodthirsty. Brokey brings his laser, missed shot. Gonna have another chance, but they're getting closer and closer by the second. Support needs to be called in. Rops swaps positions. Rain might pay the price. Oh. A backstab comes in. The Deagle connects. Somehow it's a 3-on-3.
I don't know where Rops got to in all this. He's playing the long game. He's got to make the play that wins the round. It was him who got bypassed. Oh no! And falling off. Whoa. All together. You can dodge him for a moment, but you can't cheat death. It's just bit. 1v2 and Rops runs.
And they need him now.
აუ რა ქოლ გაიყო დაინახეთ რეინი ეწერა ნავის timeout-ი როკირე ეფსაცინებს
ready to bring wealth of experience. He may not soothe your mental, but he will fix your game plan. And right now, Na'Vi need exactly that.
Oh my God.
An extra pair of eyes on Na'Vi, trying to bring them back into the fold. I mean, that round was the closest they've come in a little while to truly breaking through.
მეგონი კაროჩე უნდა გადააგდოს FaZe-მა ეს AWP.
Recover the beating that FaZe are dealing them.
Wonderful sucks AWP. So ნახოთ რა იქნება.
This round or the
მიდრზე
T-side
არ
will
გამოსულა.
disappear in front of your very eyes. And FaZe have more plays to make. They have more ideas, a new setup. Goes the same way for Navi and execute into this bomb site. We won't see necessarily a commitment off of this util volley. JL makes his presence known in Palace as well. FaZe block it immediately. Molly, smoke, double ramp. There's no getting in here. Sure, Navi have burnt the util of FaZe. They can recommit with a second attempt. It's costing them time. It's allowing FaZe to sit and wait. 3 in the site.
Rain ჩამოვარდა.
Rain and Frozen top to bottom here. As the play's looking to come through, Rain seeks refuge under the Palace. Frozen has to watch out for him from up above. Frozen answers the call. Rain is dead, but Frozen's still a threat. And more players flood the defensive lines for FaZe. They repel the A play. Ema late lurk out through middle, but what can he hope to achieve?
Oh,
from
they
this?
saw him.
This is that timing on the man running under.
And that just cuts off the bomb.
That Wonderful know to prep for a fight, but Wonderful needs speed, he needs pace, and Carrigan knows that that one smoke grenade could have just won the round.
It's perfect.
Forces a reroute out of Wonderful with the bomb. This one is down to the final few seconds, down to the buzzer. Navi moving quickly, they need to. Time is not on their side.
Oh,
with the double, suddenly there's a chance. Navi chase that bomb plant and they're going to get it down. Wonderful.
საღოლ რა მომენტია და no scope ითქო. წააგეს ბიჭო, ვერ დაუპლენტია თურმე. მერთო.
He lives just long enough. Brokey. That's one way to do it.
მერთო რა პლეიტადო და ვერ მოასწრო დაპლენტო. ძალიან მაგარი ბიჭი არის ეს რა.
That was a beautiful move. We had a big flank coming in all the way to T-spawn. We had Carrigan being loud in the apartments, allowing his team to fight with him. Still Navi make that look winnable. But one not. And they are just desperate. Trying to cling on in this map. Another buy comes around this orb.
Trek through middle begins for Navi. Brokey tries to give himself an angle. This time they lose that early man. They go a man down. So FaZe are fighting from the back foot. Navi, they've been so close to breaking through, but they've not yet been able to do it. This is why Frozen. Any more from him? Will get silenced. JL secures that kill. Brokey on the rotate over. Rain about to meet his fate. Hole, it's AlexiB to lock it in. Brokey maintains control of the B site, and this one falls apart. Once again, Navi feel like they're close, but they just can't break through.
They just can't find the gap. They can't find a player sleeping. Even when they're going for full XX on one side, those lurks are getting hounded down. Backstabs on backstabs. FaZe holds strong. They won't group in this 2v1. This gives Ema a chance. He woke up, found his first kill of the game last round. And he now needs both in this B bomb site. Bomb plant allowed. He won't be certain of that.
He never expects that they would give him this much room. They would give him the chance to play around this bomb, and so he'll go hunting first, checking out every sight line that's available. Ema will lock in a bomb plant here, but as Brokey moves in, sliding through the market, Ema has got to do this all alone. Oh, Brokey! Not missing a beat!
There's that Latvian laser we were promised. We were waiting for. And in a grand final, no less. Brokey is saving the
Mirage.
It's not close enough.
This is brutal from FaZe.
Oh,
it's the mentality of a championship winning team. It's not over till it's over.
Few finals, Harry. We've seen them. We've seen FaZe in every single tier 1 LAN grand final since the inception of this game.
I
From
did
Shanghai to this arena.
Shekhed is that guard.
They've had it all. only 2 out of the 5. This would be their 3rd out of 6. If FaZe can bring this back in a reverse sweep, right now they're making the case for it. They can't just be that 2nd place team.
Carrigan right now, 6 kills, 6 deaths, 6 assists. He's bearing the mark of the devil. Done a deal with him to pull them in this position. FaZe are looking to embarrass NAVI on their map pick. They want to send a message. And it feels like that message has been keenly received by the NAVI squad. They are terrified as they embark out through middle, an area they've had for free. In so many of these rounds, everything is uncertain. The game has slowed to a crawl.
ყველა რაუნდი რომ მოიგონ, კაი იქნება.
A mid take with the bomb. Smokes it down, but FaZe don't look to hide behind them. They look to go through, in front, up, top, everywhere. You'll find FaZe in your face, in your nightmares.
კიდე გაისუხო ის არაგებს, თქვენ ჩემისებო.
In the blink of an eye. Oh. Is that entry enough?
Carrigan
has got them control of the site. It has got them some serious room, and right now FaZe are embarking on a double flank that won't find anything because that bomb is already here.
Ui, bombi out, 4-2-ზე წავიდა.
Plant comes in and FaZe know they've got to get moving. Frozen and Robs a little faster on the backstab now. Looks like they want to try play into this one first.
Surrounded.
NAVI are boxed in, wonderful, desperately looking for a route out, but he can't find it. And so now it's for an ace clutch. The legacy member of NAVI, the longest standing, spammed out, finished off.
No way!
Because its demons are right here, and they are in the ranks of FaZe Clan. They are picking NAVI up. A whole map of Mirage and nothing to show for it for NAVI.
This is the FaZe we were promised. And NAVI, the deal is off the table. The half falls in tow. Not a weak player in sight, not a gap, not a way back. Frozen is 15-3. He wants to join this squad. He wants to take a trophy with his team. Robs is burning alive, doesn't even realize. Down to 6 before he escapes, but still FaZe somehow infallible. They don't fall.
But that's a collateral from Carrigan's orb. A wild statement in and of itself. You've seen him done it before, but Carrigan is really taking some liberties here.
Nice FaZe don't have the resources. They need to pull Brokey over ASAP.
That's the double lob defense over towards B then if Brokey joins the party.
Simplis mere ძალიან კარგ ხოთზე არის. გადაო.
He's not moving a muscle right now. It is just Carrigan and Frozen who have got to make this stand. They've got to hold on. Frozen overran. Carrigan trying to roll back the years but can't find any more off that AWP. It's Brokey. One kill back.
It's right.
Levels the playing field. Brokey, you've seen tendency to get aggressive, betraying before.
Atitori, come back! Atitori, come back! Atitori, come back! Come back, Itrakidan! Sorry, ეს ხელი მოიგოთ ჯერ. არაფერია დამთავრებული.
2 wounded since the start of this round, and so Rain's got to be the guy.
Argi bitch.
Rain follows, and Eva salvages.
Pistol round-ი მოვიგოთ. მერე მეორე ხელიც მოვიგოთ. მესამე ავტომატურად მოგებულია, მეოთხეს ავტომატურად მოგებულია.
If they can't come into this second half swinging on their map pick.
შესაძლებელი.
Hold your horses, because we may have one more map in this grand final.
FaZe is sure is this.
A 3-map affair unseen since Boston.
We
have been waiting. We deserve it here in the
რამდენ ლუცავენ, ბიჭო?
16,000.
10 ევრო ეღირება თითო კათხა.
Here to watch the greatest game to ever grace our screens. That's Counter-Strike for you. Royal Arena. Are you ready?
ათით ორიდან ხო არ მიღადავები.
Right now, FaZe could make a statement. They could have NAVI believing Ancient was all a fluke. And it would all start with this pistol round. Slow in the beginning, but the moment that ball gets rolling, will you stop it? Bit thinks so. Him and Ema combine for a kill, but run down at ramp. Ema falls. Wonderful tapping away, can't find a thing. FaZe move in, and they're going for the throw.
Კარგი ბიჭი. პისტო რაუნდი გინდა უვაჭრო. კარგი ბიჭი. ერთი. აუ, კარგი რა. ჩემ აუ რა. რა იყო ეხლა ეს რა პისტო რაუნდი გვინდოდა
Major in the FaZe jersey. He wants to change that tune right now, and with that third map
ამას რა აცია
Inferno feels inevitable.
იენ რაც
to battle on. Even Carrie's dad knows it.
კარიგენის მამა არის ბიჭო არ გამოვშტერდე ეხლა
The thing is, many a team have learned, when you beat FaZe, one man more than any other takes it very personally, and that man is Carrigan. They opened up to an L at NAVI this year at Sydney. And so since that point, the cogs have been whirring, knowing it would come up today. But the solution has been a long time in the making, and FaZe have solved this problem.
The final boss of these grand finals. And NAVI cowering back 4-on-5, make it worse. Carrigan puts him in a hearse. And FaZe go berserk in this 5-on-2. There's not an inch for NAVI to take.
No. Mirage
win the first and the last round of that first half, but everything in between belongs to FaZe.
კარიგანმა იმენა შეუკიკინა. კაი, ამ მაპის შემდეგ ვნახავთ რა.
And if you're not ready to do that, then this one will get away from you. What a recovery from FaZe. No one was stepping up on Ancient. The only bright light was frozen. But as this grand final is lurched on, as NAVI have tried to play catch-up, everyone is having their moment for FaZe Clan.
There has been no saving grace. JL's courage, Wonderful's flicks, Bits headshots, all denied by the inevitable FaZe Clan. A trade out in middle, JL makes a move, Carrigan gets that jump spot, but his head cut off. It's opened up a path back to safety for JL. He'll take it. Barely standing. A heavy gust will knock his head off, but FaZe round the world and back again into Bit.
FaZe მოიგებს
You're
ნახეთ.
left with the thought that this round is so far from over. They've been in better spots than this, and so it's still plenty of time to go wrong. Bit dead first. That opens up the A play. That opens up the ending of Mirage. One that NAVI hope is just a facade. One that they hope disappears. This can't be real. That's what they're thinking. Oh, but it is. FaZe Clan teed up to take it. A man down as they embarked on this final round, this final journey.
რატო არ ყავს რა მაგის მეტი რამდენი ფიქრია, იცი?
They want this final to deliver.
სამები თორყო. მოგითხარით რა.
FaZe Clan recover.
They flip the script.
ვერაფერი ვერ
Land
ქნის.
on their feet. And now the job is just beginning.
ძალიან ბევრი რაღაცა არის. ბევრ რაღაცაზე არის დამოკიდებული რა. განათლებაზე, კულტურაზე, გეიმინგი ერთ-ერთი წამყვანი არის. ძალიან დიდი თემა არის. ზოგადად თემ სოფლიოში მით უმეტეს Counter Strike-ის გეიმინგი შუთერებში პირველი არის. თავისი ისტორიით, საპრიზოებით და ასე შემდეგ. ხოდა.
Yeah, we just go double. One should be late B as boys.
ბიჭო, რავი, ძალიან ღარიბი ქვეყანა ვართ რა. ნუ ვიღაცამ თუ არა აიღო ერთი 10 წლიანი 10 არც უნდა რა ერთი 5 წლიანი ინვესტიცია თუ არ გააკეთა აზრი არ აქვს ძმაო. და აუცილებლად ახალგაზრდები 16 წლის ბიჭები უნდა, მაგრამ აზრი არ 16 წლის ბიჭებიც ახლა ტრაკიდან ხო არის იმაშველი. გაზდა უნდა უკვე 16 წლის დიდი არის ჩათვალე. 16 წლის ტიპს უნდა უკვე ნათამაშები ქონდეს სადაც 10000 საათი. ხოდა ვინ ათამაშებს 16 წლის ბიჭს 10000 საათი საქართველოში. წადი გაკვეთილები ისწავლეო ეთქვია. Oh. ინტერნეტი უკვე გვივარგა 40 პინგი გვაქვს უკვე საქართველოში და ვაფშე არაა პრობლემა 40 პინგით თამაში. ინტერნეტს არავინ არ დააბრალოთ. პრობლემა არის რეალურად რა, იცი? პრობლემა არის ის, რომ ტიპი, რომელიც გუნდში არის და თამაშობს, პარალელურად ღამეებს ათენებს დაცვაში, რომ საჭმელი ჭამოს. ეგ არის პრობლემა. კიბერსპორტსმენმა დღე ღამეში უნდა ივარჯიშოს 8 საათი. და არ უნდა იმუშაოს სხვაგან, ეგ უნდა იყოს სამუშაო. არის ეხა რაღაც გამონათებები და იმედია, რომ ბიჭები სერიოზულად მოეკიდებიან. კზ სპორტზე მაქვს საუბარი და თუ სერიოზულად მიუდგებიან, პერსპექტივა აქვთ. იმიტომ რომ ნუ ბევრი რაღაც შეუძლიათ. მაგ ორგანიზაციას, ერთ-ერთი ტოპ ორგანიზაცია არის საქართველოში. ეგრეც უნდა იყოს CS:GO-ს გამო უსწავლელი რო დარჩეს ადამიანი, რა ვიცი. Mobile Legends edits. ბიჭო, რავი, არ არის ვაფშე ეგრე რა. ზოგადი განათლება არის აუცილებელი, მაგრამ არ არის აუცილებელი, რომ უნივერსიტეტში ჩააბაროს იმან რა ქვია, მანეზი. მაგაზეც გახსოვთ ვიდეო რო გადავიღე, რომ 16 წლის ბიჭს 10000 საათზე მეტი აქვს ნათამაშები მეთქი. და ხალხი წერდა რომ წადი გაკვეთილები ისწავლე და რაღაცა. არ არის ეგ სწორი მიდგომა, მაგ მიდგომით ვერასდროს ვერსად ვერაფერში ვერ მიაღწევ. ვერც ფეხბურთში და ვერც ვერაფერში. კერძო ბინებში ასეთი პოლიტიკა არის და მაგიტომ. ანუ კორპუსში უნდა იყიდო სახლი და იქ უნდა იცხოვრო. კერძო სახლში არავინ არ შემოგიყვანს არც მაგთის და არც სილქნეც. ეგ ეგრე არის, კანონი არსებობს მაგისი. და მაგას თავისი ახსნა აქვს. ხო, უსწავლელი რა, ეხა ზოგადი განათლება რო გქონდეს და იცოდე რაღაცა ის basic საგნები, იცოდე უცხო ენები, შენი ქვეყნის ისტორია. მე მგონი მაგის სწავლას ძალიან მარტივად მოახერხებ. და უნივერსიტეტში თუ არ ჩააბარებ და იქნები მაიონეზა, ვაფშე არაა პრობლემა. Просто ანუ უფრო მეტი სერიოზულობით უნდა მიუდგე, თორე აქაც რო არაფერი გამოგივიდეს და იქაც არაფერი გამოგივიდეს, ეგრე დარჩები ჰაერში. კერძო სახლში გაქვს მაგთი? არ ვიცი, ადრე ესეთი კანონი იყო, რომ კერძო სახში არავის არ შემოყავდა. ჯარს რა უნდა? ჯარამდე არის 18 წელი. ჯარში რო ჯარში სანამ გამოგიძახებენ, უკვე გამოჩდება შენ რამე შეგიძლია თუ არა 18 წლისას უკვე მეიჟორი უნდა გქონდეს მოგებული. მე გადავები? მეიჟორი არა, მაგრამ რამე ტურნირი.
It goes into what we touched upon. The CT side from FaZe, they're very disruptive. They're very in your face. You can't do it. Try.
და ჯარიდან უნდა გიხსნიდეს ვაფშე.
Because they're going to throw in a wrencher or sometimes in the kitchen chair.
ჯარი უნდა იყოს ვაფშე ნებაყოფლობით.
NAVI not daring at all, and there is a reason for that, and that reason is called round 2. This is where the nightmare, the unfolding happens for NAVI. You win the gun round, you put yourself in an absolute success position, and now you're about to get absolutely curb stomped on your force buy. We see here M4 force, good timing from Kerrigan as well, and what it tells you if you're NAVI is that you cannot.
თუ არა და იცი counter-ში სროლა და всё
You
რა.
are going to be punished, and this has put such a stop to the momentum of NAVI. They all got again very shy, and I will tell you this: from this moment on, they got 4 kills in the next 4
გაუპიკავდა ეგ.
rounds. 1 kill per round. People have to realize the weight mentally of what it is to lose a round like this. It completely reset them, and I think it set them 3 steps below in terms of the Counter-Strike they wanted to play, and that's why they didn't show up.
Yeah, jump in, boys. I mean,
are you NAVI after this round?
Yeah, like listen.
Is that what's happening?
No, I was gonna say, I mean, look, we've talked at various points about capitulations, and it's like, look, you're in a major final. You have to dig deep. You have to know what to say with the timeouts and try and find some motivation. Remember, you're ahead. You're in the lead. No need for stress.
No, it's hard to quantify what happened right here. As much as I want to say there was a bad calling from AlexiB, it was a bad performance from NAVI as well. I just want to give it up to FaZe Clan for having a player everywhere on the map being good for 2 kills. Whenever they tried an execute, they would be shot down. Whenever they tried a late round into an A-split, they would be shot down. Whenever they tried to apply pressure on towards Kerrigan, which they did the first 4 or 5 rounds, Kerrigan shut them down. So there was no weak link within this lineup whatsoever.
And this is where it really hurts. This is why when the score is 1-5 and you're presented with a good option, you actually fumble it. NAVI in a 4 versus 2 here, completely unable to convert that advantage. And you can see how people are not playing together, how they're not daring to take the duel, they're undecisive, and that is what Counter-Strike looks like when you lose track of what is supposed to be the simplest call. I don't really care that FaZe had the right setup here. I don't care that Kerrigan was here to help Rain. The matter of the fact is, when Rain is known and located, there is no speed in finding him. If the scoreline is 5-1 at that moment, I guarantee you NAVI swarm him like alligators, bees, hornets, whatever animal that goes fast, an eagle maybe, but here they were more like a slug. They were kind of slushing their way to the side. This is what happens when you're cell-shocked the way they were. This was such a telling round.
And so spread out, which indicative of a breakdown in communication.
You're waiting for your next teammate.
It comes down to the...
Sorry, bro.
Do that again. Do that again. I want to say it. No, but here's the thing. I completely agree. We talk about body language outside of the server. Let's talk about body language in the server. Like, they were, like you said, some players, they were creeping, not making a sound, and FaZe is just thunderfooting around, being like, we don't care, we're still going to outduel you. Round number 8 is more indicative of a more normal round, so to speak. Now we're going to be going for an A setup here, right? And it is going to be FaZe, just going to be, sorry, round number 9 rather. They're just going to be in your face. They're not able to take them down here. This is like just a very defaultish setup, beg your pardon, coming out from FaZe. And in fact, they're not able to get any kills there. It is so confusing, but look at the way FaZe moves around. It's a 4 versus 2. They continue to push. They continue to prod. A lot of other teams in a situation like this, when you're 7-1 up, you're a 4v2 scenario, you're just going to play it safe from the bomb sites, play 2 versus 2, but no, they're going to make you feel very uncomfortable. We could see the last 2 NAVI players just running around like Tom and Jerry or something, just running around the map trying to find some egress into a bomb site, and in the end, they still couldn't get it done. That is FaZe never allowing you to kind of gather your resources and maybe try and inch that round away from FaZe.
And it's something NAVI haven't experienced so far on Mirage. Whenever NAVI have played their T-side, they've been successful at getting into A executes, winning out the trade duels. Worst case scenarios, you get into a 3v3. Every single time they tried for an execute, whether it was towards Kerrigan on the B bomb side, whether it was towards Rain on the A bomb side, FaZe would win out the duels. They would always find themselves up 5v3, 4v3, 3v2, so they always had to play from behind. Something that throughout the entire tournament, NAVI have not tried on the T-side Mirage.
Yeah, and look, we talked about it. Standout player. It is important, I think, that, you know, Rops gets in the mix. He was absolutely missing on Ancient. Hasn't really showed up this tournament to the standards we know he can. If he can deliver the major final to them, I think everyone can forgive him.
I mean, obviously we will. That grand final is going to dictate how we look at Robs here in Copenhagen. This was an absolute brilliant map. You don't need me to tell you this. The numbers tell all the story you need to find. I think he had a perfect balance of when to be aggressive, and here we have a couple of good examples as well.